Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing today? Okay, well, two things that I need to discuss, okay? One is a article that was sent to me, and two, something that I got in the mail today, okay? The first thing is a ransomware breach at a Florida IT firm that hit 200 businesses, okay? Now, this, hundreds of American businesses were hit Friday, okay, that's yesterday, okay, by an unusually sophisticated ransomware attack that hijacked widely used technology management software from a Miami-based supplier called Kaseya. That's K-A-S-E-Y-A, all right? The attackers changed a Kaseya tool called VSA, used by companies that manage technology at smaller businesses. They then encrypted the files of those providers' customers simultaneously. Security firms Huntress, that's Huntress, said it was tracking 8 managed service providers that had been used to infect some 200 clients. Now, Kaseya said on its own website that it was investigating a potential attack on VSA, which it used by IT professionals to manage servers, desktops, network devices, and printers. It said it shut down some of its infrastructure in response, and that it was urging customers that used VSA on their premises to immediately turn off their servers. This is a colossal and devastating supply chain attack. Huntress senior security researcher John Hammond said in an email. So this is getting crazy. It really is. Excuse me, I have to adjust. How you doing? it's falling. I don't know why. Hang on. Okay, so then and he was referring to an increasingly high profile hacker technique. There it goes again. Of hijacking one piece of software to compromise hundreds or thousands of users at a time. Hammond added that because Kaseya is plugged into everything from large enterprises to small companies, it has the potential to spread to any size or scale business. Many managed service providers use VSA, although their customers may not realize it. And some employees at service providers said on discussion boards that their clients had been hit before they could get a warning to them. So this, wow. So Kaseya representative could not be reached for a further comment, and Huntress said it believed that the Russia-linked Revil, R-E-V-I-L ransomware gang, the same group of actors blamed by the FBI for paralyzing the meat packer JBS last month, was to blame for the latest ransomware attack. But here we go with blaming Russia again. So, you know, you just don't know who or what to believe, if it even is Russia. I don't know. I can't sit here and say, yeah, that's who, you know what I mean? But a private security executive working on the response effort said that ransom demands accompanying the encryption ranged from a few $1,000s to $5 million or more. The corruption of an update process shows a marked escalation in sophistication from most ransomware attacks, which take advantage of security loopholes such as common passwords without two-factor authorization. An email sent to the hackers seeking comment was not immediately returned, and why would they? so they can out themselves? Yet no. In a statement, the U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency said it was taking action to understand and address the recent supply chain ransomware attack against Kaseya's VSA product. And supply chain attacks have crept to the top of cybersecurity agenda after the United States accused hackers of operating at the Russian government's direction and tampering with the network monitoring tool built by Texas software firm SolarWinds. Kaseya has 40,000 customers for its products, though not all use the affected tool. Okay, so then there's this. So today I go outside to get the mail, right? And you guys know that Sean is an officer with Homeland Security, right? So there's, where is it? There is an envelope. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. There was an envelope in my mailbox, right? And it's not, any like surprise to me when we get something in the mail that says Department of Homeland Security. It's not any surprise for me. It's really not. But then when I saw this, I'm like, what is this? FEMA. And I'm like, well, he was just talking about the fact that he's going to be getting a promotion. And, there's a possibility that he could be going back on the road and traveling with work again. But he didn't say anything about FEMA. So he's at work, so it's not like I can call him, right? So I open up the envelope. And I read it. And it says, Ron DeSantis, governor, state of Florida. Okay, it has a disaster number. It has a FEMA application number. And I'm like, application number? What is this? And I look up, the FEMA website. Same address, same phone number that's on here. Okay, so it definitely came from FEMA, right? And it's addressed to my husband. And it says, you are receiving this letter because the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, has an application number indicating you applied for disaster assistance. No. This application is currently under investigation by FEMA because it may be linked to fraud. Obviously. As a result, if you have an online disasterassistance.gov account, disasterassistance.gov account, the ability to change electronic funds transfer, the EFT? Sean has an EFT. He works for Homeland Security. They all have EFTs. Its account information online has been disabled, and you will need to contact us to update your application information. What application information? What are you talking about? It says, important. If you did not register for FEMA disaster assistance, call FEMA's helpline within 30 days of this date of this letter, which is the date, it says 6/27/2021. If you did register for assistance, we also need you to call the FEMA helpline to update your application information. And then it says, FEMA's Fraud and Internal Investigations Division is actively working with the Department of Homeland Security's Office of Inspector General and other federal agencies to investigate this matter. FEMA recommends monitoring your credit report for any accounts or changes you do not recognize. Well, I always look at our stuff. Always. If you discover someone is misusing your information, You will need to take additional steps, including filing a complaint with the Federal Trade Commission through our website, identitytheft.gov. If you did not register for FEMA disaster assistance or to update your application information, call FEMA's helpline, and it gives all the information. So I call. And it was FEMA that I called, right? And she asks me a series of numbers, after she gives me her name and her badge number. And she asked me a series of questions. And she says, the only thing that's not adding up is the phone numbers. And I'm like, what? And she's like, the person that applied for the disaster assistance has different phone numbers than what you're giving me. And I said, that's because we didn't apply for disaster assistance. So someone stole, once again, our identity. And I said, could it be because of the breach? There was a breach not too long ago through Homeland Security. And we had gotten a letter through Homeland Security saying that our identity could have been stolen because there was a breach and to keep an eye on our credit reports and blah, blah, blah. Okay, and we have been, like I always do. And I said, could it be because my husband is a law enforcement officer with Homeland Security? And she said, absolutely. This is probably where this is all stemming from. So someone who got our information after the breach of Homeland Security decided to apply for disaster assistance through FEMA. But their only mistake was using their personal phone number instead of doing their homework and using my phone number. Yeah. So guess what? If you're watching this video, claim denied because I called and your claim was denied. You idiot. Never mess with law enforcement. You. I'm going to be nice. Anyway, I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe, stay positive like I always am. Keep prepping and fearless. Bye.